And then the little
test
blue
1, 2, 3, 4.
bouncing circle.
I was really trying to project in the last video. I don't
Were
know
you?
if I actually you could tell.
I kept going like, Chuck, come
I
on.
was using sign language
Come
so
on.
you could hear me.
You know, that might not be a bad idea for Chuck to use sign language. We need to put subtitles down below just for Chuck. Each time Chuck talks, we'll put subtitles down below so you'll know what he's saying, because a lot of times he's like,
I would be afraid to what you would put in there, though. I don't know if I could trust you with that or not.
oh, yeah, there's no telling what we would. You know what I would do? I would show you the video of the correct subtitles, and then when I publish it, I'll put in the ones that I actually want people to see.
Yeah, that sounds like you. Hey, good evening, everybody. I am Chuck Rogers, licensed professional counselor and licensed marriage and family therapist.
And I'm Keith Dunn, and I'm a network engineer.
And together we're Tabletop Coffee.
Yeah, where we are bold and never ever bitter.
And tonight, are you guilty of going in circles? Are you guilty of saying, man, my life is just not changing, I'm going in circles? Stay tuned and we'll talk about it.
You know, for a moment there, I was going around in circles.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, should I change into something different? And then I decided not to. I took an exit and said, no, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, recently I was watching Elementary.
Yeah, I love that show.
With Sherlock Holmes and Joan Watson. In this version, Joan is an Asian woman, Dr. Joan Watson. And Kim and I have loved this series. We've watched it many times, and I watch it right now at night before I fall off to sleep at night. It just kind of puts me to sleep. But I love it. It's so great. And the other night I was watching it, and they were trying to figure out who killed this individual.
Right.
And they were certain of who killed the individual because the body had some hairs of a Boston Terrier, and not just any Boston Terrier. It was the hairs of a particular Boston Terrier. And this was the owner of the dog. But this owner had an alibi because she was on film at a restaurant when the murder happened.
Right. So it could not have been that person. Right.
But it had to be her because it was her dog's hair on the body. But it couldn't have been her because she was on video.
Okay.
And so Joan and Sherlock were going over this. And so Joan says, it had to be her, but it couldn't have been her. It had to be her, but it couldn't have been her. We're just going in circles.
Oh, okay.
And Sherlock says to her, no, we're on a roundabout, and we need to find an exit. And I was like, oh, yes, that's so wonderful.
Yeah, that really fits in a lot of different scenarios.
I mean, how many times have I done that? How many times have you done that? Where
That's
you just think you're just going in circles and you can't seem to find a way off. I hear about that from people a lot of the time where they don't like the way their life is going, and they just like, I'm just keep going in circles. I can't stop it. I'm just going in circles.
But if you don't make a change, there's no way you're going to get out of that circular motion. You know, if you are really struggling at your job and, you know, you've been doing it for so long and you're just trying to make that decision, how much longer can I do this? I'm just doing the same thing every day. Well, maybe it's time to make a change.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, and your relationship. I mean, relationships with people. We've talked about this. Most of our videos talk about this as far as, okay, you're doing something in your relationship and it just keeps going in that same cycle. You're going in that same circular motion because you're not making a change.
Right.
You're not tipping that domino. And in this scenario, we're talking about, okay, where's the exit? Let me take this exit and go down this path and do something different.
First of all, you got to be actively looking for an exit.
Right.
You've got to be actively looking for it. And then when you see one, you've got to be willing to take it, even if you don't know where it's going to lead.
Yeah, change that lane. Get in that lane and just see where it goes.
Yeah. My friend Corey Bracci, who's a New York transplant to Lynchburg, he said he wants to do a public service announcement to all the people in Lynchburg to teach them how to drive on traffic circles.
Oh, they need to learn. And we keep getting more and more, and people have no idea. They just sit there and they have no idea how in the world to enter or exit.
Right. So traffic circles are new to Lynchburg.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. We only had 2 in Virginia for a long time, but now we have a lot. So first of all, you've got to be looking for an exit and then be willing to take it, even if it doesn't seem like it might work out.
You know, I was talking to a client a few weeks ago because this kind of came up, but I wasn't thinking about it in this way at that time. But they were telling me about their daughter that was in college, and she was really struggling with this class. And, you know, she's in a few weeks and she's really struggling. She's having a difficult time with the topic, having a difficult time with the teacher. And another few weeks goes by and she's still having problems and really struggling with this whole thing.
Just continuing
to go through this circle. And she did make the decision that I've got to get off of this, because if I stay in, there's a good chance I'm going to end up with a failing grade.
Yeah.
So I might as well go ahead and pull out of it now, so at least I don't show that failing grade. And either take that same class again later or maybe not have to take that class at all. I can't remember whether it was a class that was a required class or not for her. But what she did, she just said, okay, I'm tired of being in this circle and going around the same thing. It's stressing me out. I'm not able to do all of my other work well because of this one class. So I am going to take that exit and make a change and drop that class.
Yeah. I think there are other exits she could have done. Maybe she could have gotten a friend to help her. You could have hired...
That's a great idea.
You could have hired a tutor.
Sure, bringing in a tutor.
Yeah, so the important thing here is that she was on this circle and there were lots of options that were available to her. Maybe she just didn't see them.
Yeah.
She chose the one to go ahead and take the exit to drop the class.
Sure.
And do it at a time where maybe she could be more successful.
Yeah, I think the whole thing is just making a change, looking at your decisions and make that change based on one of your best decisions and just move forward with it.
And stop going in circles.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, we hope you liked it. If you did, would you please subscribe? We would really appreciate that.
Yeah, and ding that bell. Veer off the circle of what you're doing and subscribe and ding that bell for us, because we really need subscribers, and you'll be notified of upcoming episodes.
And you'd make us feel good. And make sure to like it too. We'd appreciate that.
Share it with your friends.
Thanks, everyone.
Until next time.